In studio with us, we have the guest that's maybe traveled the furthest ever to be with us, straight from Nicaragua, from the west coast of Portland. We have Ashley Miles with Sell a Home, Save a Child. So good morning, Ashley.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's so cool to have you here. You were just in Nicaragua. Holy cow! You got to Fargo 48 hours ago. Is that about right?
Yeah, that's about right.
And you came to Fargo. How come?
I came to Fargo for the Hatch Realty Golf Scramble. It was a huge fundraiser event here that we had yesterday, and it was such an amazing turnout, and I was so blessed to be a part of it.
So have you been to Fargo before?
I have driven through Fargo before, I went to Panda Express.
Oh, how was that? Lovely?
It was just like Panda Express expected to be.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm glad that you experienced all the local culture and flair of Fargo with Panda Express. That's really spot on. Ashley, but you came to us, you were in Nicaragua right before this. What in the world were you doing when in Nicaragua?
I was in Nicaragua. So the nonprofit that I work for is called Forward Edge International, and we have a girls' home in Nicaragua. So I was there visiting the girls and spending time with my team there.
So all the way to Nicaragua, but you're a part of Forward Edge International. Tell us about Forward Edge so we can understand how all this pieces together. Because It makes sense for me, but I'm on the end. I want to make sure that our listening audience figures it out too.
So Forward Edge International is a nonprofit that was started in the 80s by a man named Joseph Anfuso.
Oh, Joe's a good dude.
He is an awesome dude. And in the last, how many years is that now? 37.
You said 80s, yeah.
He's done some amazing things. We have a great team now. We have children's programs in Kenya, Haiti, Cuba, Nicaragua, and Mexico. And something I love about Forward Edge is that it's an amazing organization that helps people alongside what their needs are.
Okay.
So we go to each location and we ask the community what they need. So we don't just go and deliver food and clothes. What we think they need, we go on and ask what they need. And we help the communities from the ground up break the cycle of poverty in their families.
What you just said is actually really profound. It is you'll come alongside instead of trying to just infuse your spot in your place with Forward Edge. And so Forward Edge, its main hub is Vancouver, Washington. Is that right?
Correct.
And with the main hub of Vancouver, Washington, how are you now having a presence here in Fargo, North Dakota?
So I actually manage a program called Sell a Home, Save a Child that you, Erik Hatch, and a wonderful friend of mine, Nick Shivers, came up with. And it's a wonderful addition to Forward Edge International. It's a way that we raise money for our programs. And so I'm here because of you, Erik.
Well, how fun. And I threw you that softball there intentionally, not to try to talk about what we're doing, but instead talking about who we get to help. I think that's the really important thing. With Hatch Realty and with the Erik Hatch team, every time somebody buys or sells a house with us, we give a gift in that person's name and we pay it forward to Sell a Home, Save a Child.
Yes.
And so Forward Edge International is the backbone and the 501c3 that runs it all. And we just found our real estate corner and our real estate niche through that, right?
Exactly.
And so here's the story, folks. I want you to go to a magical time 3 years ago. It's beautiful, right? Where I head out to Portland, Oregon with my wife and a couple of good friends. And we hang out with Joe Anafuso, who is a part of Forward Edge International, the founder, and Nick Shivers. And we just say, man, we're a part of something that means more than just selling houses. Because Nick and I are passionate men of Christ, and we love to give back to our communities. And so we always give back locally. I want you to hear and understand this, folks, is that we're not just giving back on a global scale. We are also giving back locally because we think it's really important to take care of those in your own backyard.
Yes.
But my heart has been broken for the people who are in need throughout the world. And I feel like I have abundance and my team has abundance, and we want to pay that forward. And so when I went to Portland 3 years ago and Nick and I decided what to do and how to do this, we had no idea where this would go to. So what's happening now with Sell a Home, Save a Child, Ashley?
So right now we are actually on the road to make $1 million for these programs, which is huge. Yeah. It's been 3 years, and that's just an insane amount of money to raise in such a short amount of time, and money that's going to impact so many families. Right now we're at about $780,000.
Oh, I thought it was like 30. We're at like 780?
We're doing really good.
Oh, dang. Yeah. Does that count what we made on the golf scramble?
I have not added up with
Okay.
some golf scrambles, so no.
So we had our golf scramble this last week, and Ashley came to town for it. And thank you for coming from Nicaragua to Fargo.
You're welcome.
What a great trip. And folks, we were out at the Moorhead Country Club. We had a beautiful day on the course. We had 135 golfers. That's a lot of folks.
Yeah, and it was amazing.
And drinks were flowing. The fun was being had. Money was raised. We think we raised just over $20,000 in one day of golfing.
Yeah, amazing.
If that's the case, that puts us at $800,000 in less than 3 years. And the push now is that we want to get to $1 million. Ashley, I want to keep you in studio because I want to keep talking about this. But folks, if you're listening right now, and if you're thinking, I want to learn more about Forward Edge or Sell a Home, Save a Child, and we're going to talk about the work that's being done in these great communities. If you want to be a part of something that's bigger than yourself, because I sure want to be a part of something that's bigger than myself, head to livefargomoorhead.com. We'll get you connected with all things Sell a Home, Save a Child, and hopefully you can be a part of this mission as well. But we want to invite you to learn more about it, and heck, we even want to invite you to do some mission work with us.
Yes.
So let's talk. But in the meantime, again, livefargomoorhead.com. Stick around, folks. We'll be back after the break. This is Real Estate Radio with Erik Hatch. Welcome back to Real Estate Radio. As always, I'm your host, Erik Hatch, and still in studio with us, we have the beautiful and vivacious and talented, and what else did you want me to say?
Amazing.
Ashley Miles with Sell a Home, Save a Child and Forward Edge International. I want to tell you how I came to mission work, okay? I think this is really important. When I was in high school, I was active with my youth group at First Lutheran Church locally. And Raleigh Johnson, who's such a staple in our community, took like the first ever international mission trip for me. And we went down to the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico. And when I was down there, I saw what real poverty looked like. Because we see poverty here in the United States. But poverty in a third world country or area is so impactful and different.
Yes, absolutely. It's completely different than we can even imagine here.
It's a different world. And we stepped into this place that the villagers had really nothing, and yet it seemed like they had everything. It was this fascinating dichotomy of what happens when you do mission work. And so I was down there, and I fell in love with the people who desperately needed our help, because I found out that it was me that needed them. That was this sweet embrace, right? I thought I was going down there to serve them, and it turns out that it was my heart that was changed.
Yep, that's normally what happens.
and so then I worked at First Lutheran Church for 8 years doing mission work both locally and throughout the United States and globally as well. And it was my trip to Haiti in 2010 that completely changed my heart, and that was the catapulting for all this, to have me try to do something more with it. And to see the need that this world has, and to use this vehicle of real estate to try to feed that need is a fantastic one. And so, Ashley, that's my backbone and my heart of this. But I think that people are curious. Like, I always want to know, where do my dollars go and what happens and what kind of need are you fulfilling? Because there's great organizations like World Vision where they say, for $1 a day, you can do something great. And you sure can. But this is a different platform, is it not?
Yes, it's completely different. And Forward Edge International is actually a 4-star Navigator rated nonprofit, which means that 89 cents to the dollar is going out to our programs, which is huge.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm a part of a foundation, and they have about 45 cents that are expenses on every dollar. So 55 cents on every dollar goes towards the actual need. And you're at 89 cents a buck.
Yeah, so we're really frugal with how we spend our money and staff. We want to make sure that the communities are being helped, and the money that you're donating is making an impact.
That's great. And so when money is infused to Forward Edge International, and they're going to a place like Nicaragua, what are they doing with that money?
So Nicaragua is someplace that's really close to my heart. We have a girls' home there in Nicaragua where we save girls.
You're not using the word orphanage.
Right, because it's not an orphanage. These are girls that actually have families, but it's girls who have been through very violent or scary situations. Some of them don't have families, and it would be an orphanage in that case. But for the most part, these are girls who are growing up in a dump called La Chureca. And
a garbage dump.
A garbage dump, a literal garbage dump.
That they're living, that's their home.
Yes,
Oof.
Because the families there pick through garbage to make money. And the average Nicaraguan family makes $2 a day. Wow. To support, families of 5.
Oh my gosh.
So it gets really scary there in the dump because these families are really poor, and what people do for money is very sad. And a lot of times these girls in Nicaragua are actually prostituted by their own families.
Oh, that rips my heart out
Yeah.
to the core. I have a daughter, and I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Sorry, I'm going to get emotional here. So what happens is these dump truck drivers who are leaving the dump and bringing in more garbage stop, and there's a line of girls waiting for them. And what happens?
That gets their family first dibs.
It gets their family first dibs
boy.
of the dump. And there's girls in our program who have been saved from this.
Wow.
So just the fact that we were able to help one of them is amazing. And I'm so blessed to be a part of it and witness what's going on there.
And God, that rips my heart out. Yeah. And I know the stories, and I knew where you were going, and I still get emotional even hearing about it, because these fragile girls, not even teenagers sometimes, are torn to shreds emotionally and physically and spirit. That just... To think that we can do something like sell some homes, and that's the purpose that can come from it is to help rescue these girls, is a fascinating thing. And it is a responsibility that I don't take lightly in what we do. And the team that I get to represent, it's something that they're now saying that they want to be a bigger part of. And they're all giving every time they close a transaction towards this. And they're going down to serve and do mission work as well. We sent 4 of our team members this last February down to Nicaragua, and I know you got to be there for that.
I was.
What is a mission trip like? We're almost out of time here, Ashley, but what is a mission trip like if it's something that people want to do? Because we want to invite our listening audience, our clients, and our friends and our family to be a part of this with us. We're planning trips here in November and in February. So what does that look like?
Amazing. So mission trips are usually a week or 10 days long, and we go into the communities and help where it's needed most. So whether that's painting schools or cleaning up a church, whatever it is, it'll already be rearranged, and we'll go in and help the community. And if you go to Nicaragua, you'll be able to meet the girls that are home there. And in any of our communities, actually, you'll meet the children that are actually a part of our programs. We know them by name, and we'd love for you to know them as well.
Oh, man. I hope you hear this invite and you want to do something with it. Again, if you're not a client, if you're just somebody who listens, but you have a heart for doing some good, this could be something great for you.
Yes.
We have no idea how the Father's going to speak to you and pull you in the right sort of way. Ashley, thank you for being one of the good ones and somebody who's willing to give your time. And I know that you don't make a lot of money, and I know that you give a lot of time, and yet your heart is so full. And so thank you for that, and thank you for being a part of this mission with us.
Yes, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Folks, if you want to learn more about Sell a Home, Save a Child, go to livefargomoorhead.com.